I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is July 1st, Monday 2024, start of the new quarter. Hope you had a good weekend here. So let's try to jump into it real quick. So our bias is still bullish. Real quick, before I even show you the trades, this video was made on the 22nd of June. The bias is still the same. We're not changing anything. And as you can see, we had a pullback to a daily imbalance. We bounced off the top of it, and then we're getting higher highs and higher lows, so to speak, on the leg up. I still believe all-time highs to be made still. So with that understanding and the quarter changing new, July is supposed to just shoot off. It's just supposed to just keep buying. So even though they pretended like today was going to be looking like a big sell day, it was still bullish. And we're going up as we're speaking still. And I knew they would come and get this pool right here. Fucking knew it, man. So real quick, when we open up here for Sunday, here's the opening gap for the week. It's in purple. Above it on my chart, above it is the last week's open gap. And then the one underneath the present opening gap is the week prior to that. So 2 weeks ago. All right. So, yeah. So that being the case, those are our key levels here. We got the midnight open here, and then we have the opening range. All right, and then we also what they decided to do is if it's a bullish week, right? If you look on the week chart up here, we dipped into that imbalance on the weekly chart, the weekly imbalance, right? And then also you can see that we dipped into the previous week wick, right? The bottom part. So that being the case, if you a little refined area here, you can see that we have the 4 hour imbalance right here, right? So that's dragged out even more. I expect it to hold as support in some fashion. Now this wasn't clean or pretty, but look at the bodies here. It's a 4 hour chart. Look at the bodies, respecting that 50% level of that imbalance. Number one. Number two, we are inside this last down candle. Almost hit the open of this last down candle right here. It's literally off by like 1.5 points or something silly, right? You see that? So there's that area, and then this is the 4 hour chart. So I expect it to hold price and then shoot up to wipe out liquidity on the left side of the chart, right? And break even that swing high on the 4 hour and so on. So now that you understand the context of the day, now let's take a look. So what they did is when they opened, let me go to a 15-minute right here. When they opened up, it's speaker time, right? I say this all the time. They start ranging out, it creates a speaker. So if you look at Friday's price action at the end of the day, or the power hour area time, you can see we got a high and a low right here. So when we opened up, we're up, down, up. So we go up, and we take out that high right there, but we also close below it, so it's created a pool. Then it comes down, a couple drives down, and then they slightly take out previous day, which would be Friday's low. They barely tag that, and they don't close below it either. So and then this price retraces. So I'm looking at this as a leg down, right? The 1 hour you can kind of see that in the 1 hour. So we're pushing up for this leg, and then we're retracing back and there are plenty of drives. There's 4 or 5. This is actually 5 drives up, 5 drives down, like, low here. Not low here, low there. So low, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lows, right? So obviously, that's the manipulation on the way down, right? And what did they do? So they decided to build that liquidity there for in London, and also from Friday's low, and then they had that low, which I am surprised they went this deep, but hey, it is what it is. They came down and took Wednesday's low, and they also took this low right here. So I'm mentioning this low here because it'll explain this area. I hope I can make this fucking video short, man. Jesus. But all right, so that being the case, So the whole question was for me was like, all right, do we sweep these lows, or was that them sweeping the low, right? But obviously I'm not awake in London, so I wasn't a part of that obviously. But then when 9:30 comes in, I'm gonna open this up just so I can get on here. So 9:30 opens up here, pushes down, takes out that liquidity. I actually am impatient today, and that's why I struggle with Mondays because I'm antsy. I'm a little impatient, and I sometimes have a talk with me. I'm like, wait, 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 be patient, wait. You know what I mean? I'm bullish, so I was ready to go. So I I wasn't sure if this liquidity sweep that they took was going to be permanent for the moment. So that's why I started buying here at this area. So I started buying. The wick came down. It took that liquidity. I bought it. All right, took a loss. Then I end up buying this one. All right, this is my impatience talking. So I'm like, okay, they want to sweep some of these lows right here. So right here they sweep this low. I said, okay, cool. All right, then it pops up, and then it stalls and it fails, and then we get stuck at the opening week gap, and then we have obviously sealed the opening range, and I was trying to target this midnight level, right? Plus this liquidity that's smooth here. We got, if you look on the 15-minute, you can see these highs right here, that pool right there. I wanted to come and attack that, right? So and I thought we would just blow through. That's what I was trying to do, but because we've already came below the week open, it's not really deep or anything. But at the time, this is how I looked at the market, and I was too zoomed in. All right. So losses here, no big deal, no big deal. Then the price shoots down. Fine, great. Now the price gets down here. Now the problem with this, now we're sitting here at this imbalance, and they can color outside the lines. That's fine. But with this imbalance here, I'm like, okay, we come below, and we did not sweep this fucking low right here. This low, which is from 1 p.m. on Tuesday. Tuesday's 1 p.m. low right there. You see that right there? So that's us right here. I take this trade here. This is, again, me being on the oversold here, me being antsy. When I took this loss, I was like, bro, this is a lower high, man. Sell this. I just made a mistake. It is what it is. But I end up catching this buy. The buy comes all the way up here. It's in my model to come and take out any push out artists and any breaks. And sure enough, I catch this trade from here to here. Tell me why I was married to just coming up and buying above here. What did it do? It made another low. And when I took the buy here, I was like, man, this is really suspect. They did not take out that low, but plenty of times they will leave that low intact and just buy from here. And that was kind of like my logic. And if it failed, I was like, oh, I know why it failed. And obviously it did. But we retraced. I did not even take the profit. These candles right here, this 1010 and this 1011, just shot the hell down hard. And I was like, damn. Ended up, well, I knew what time it was. I knew they were coming for that liquidity pool. So I pretty much exited out of the trade. Very, very, very small loss. Pretty much damn near break even. So it wasn't really a loss, but, fees and stuff. But anyways, so I got wiped out of there. Third loss. Anyway, then the price comes down here. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm ready to go. I know what time it is. We've already swept that low now. We have a divergence here. You can see that higher lows right there on the indicator. Again, not relying only on indicators, but at this moment, I'm also using this as the understanding that at this point, I know that we are higher lows here with Dow. We have now swept the liquidity on NAS and S&P, right? So with that being the case, that's where I'm looking for that low. And by the way, I missed that sell because it was a divergence happening on NAS, but I couldn't really see it at the time. But sure enough, that the signal was there to take this sell and not try to fucking buy one of these sweeps. It was just a mistake on my part. But anyways, taking to the trade though. So when we get down here, And here's the thing, it's like, even if when I took these losses, I'm like, it's not about over trading. If I keep going, I know what I'm looking for. I'm just, it's human error that I'm making these mistakes, and I'm sure you understand. You go through the same thing. So just to show you that even when I make amazing trades, yeah, I take some stupid losses, but that's just me, right? But I know what I'm doing, and guess what? If you stick with it and you know what you're looking for, you're gonna make that up. You're gonna make up for it, and some, plenty, right? So, anyways, you can see the divergence here, and what's it called? And my goal for this is, yes, I want it to come up here, but I have to be responsible in taking this trade out. It's an $8,000 fucking trade. All right, it's already a 100-point move that I've caught here. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to catch this to sweep these highs. I need to take this profit. So I did. Beautiful. And what am I looking for at this point? This is a shift. So you got low high and a lower low, and then we break above. So this was when we came down. This is lower low, lower high, lower low. That's a higher high. So that's a break. That's a shift. Okay, and it's very clear. Like when you were over here, this is not a shift. When you shifted above this level right here, first of all, it didn't even shift. It barely went over it. But that's a lower high. That's a lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So this would have had to have broken here to be the shift. And this is where I got kind of blindsided as well. But this is a real shift. Why? Because you've got on the smaller time frame, you can see it better here, but lower low, lower high, and lower low, and we bust through it, right? So you want to see this become future support, this area here. But so this is me taking the buy right here, above that high. That's what I was looking for, because and the price was really moving. So, and that's beautiful. I like this. I love this type of price action. I just, get stuck on a Monday. But anyway, so this is this trade here. So now once we take that trade and up here, I'm like, okay, this is a big eyesore. Take a look at the balance in the background, the 50% level. All right, that plus you see these two candles here. You can see it's wide fucking open, right? So my idea was, and what I teach in this channel, generally speaking, sometimes is my sequence, right? From sell, buy, sell, buy. In this case, this was a sell, buy, sell, right? Finale. Then it was buy, sell, buy, right? And in the big scheme of things, it's sell, buy, right? But this might sound funny, but just back test what I'm showing you. But in this case, I'm looking for a buy, sell, and a buy. A good three trades. So I caught the buy here, buy, all right, shift. And then when we're up here, I was like, you know what? This is wide open, screaming. I'm going to take this sell. Why am I taking this sell right here? The reason why I'm taking this is, number one, we want to wipe out all the push out artists who are momentum traders, are just pushing the button, seeing it move fast. Number one. Number two, if you take this measurement from here to here, it's definitely at a 61. All right, I'm not even going to measure it. I know it is. Below the 50% level, I'm just ballparking it. Okay, number three. 2 drives down, 1, 2, and then I take out and I get out right here. We end up popping into this little price action right here. Okay, so this is the sell. So I got the buy, sell, and then when I'm here, I don't do a good job of trying to catch this buy, and it was like gone without me after taking the profit and analyzing, and I missed that buy. So, but I also wasn't sure if this was going to hold because of the fact that, as you see, it does retrace here and it stops. It could have easily went down and took out this low. So I didn't really know what kind of, like, how serious they wanted to get bearish. So I waited. Okay, so we got, and here's the area, you can see it refined with this inversion imbalance right here. You can't miss that, right? And I have a projection here from this last down move, which would be this low to this high. Here's the half standard deviation. Here's the 1 standard deviation of it, and much more. I mean, this thing should really go to 4 standard deviations, but I'm not a swing trader. I'm not holding that long. I'm just trying to take the profit. So that being the case, when this price action is in here, I'm like, man, this is a beautiful buy, but I didn't take it. So I waited for some more confirmation at this point. I'm already having a great day in the sense, even though with all the losses I took, because I kept going with it. But so the price moves up here, right? And you don't know if it's going to buy or sell. What does it do? It does shift above. When it shifts above here, it does leave this imbalance right here. You do have these down candles here, right? As support. And when it made this high, it didn't take out that high. So this retraced back. I'm already bullish. I already know that this leg's pushing up. So, and also on the 15-minute, and you can also, you can see it on the hour too, but let's just look at the 15-minute. You see that inversion imbalance. I got it highlighted with this red area, right? That's an inversion imbalance. I'm expecting it to be an inversion imbalance. Look, if you take a look here, even before the price action is up here, I already see this as being an inversion imbalance. You see how wide open that is? Even before we even went up there. You see how wide open it is? I'm expecting that to hold as support once we go above it, right? So, and also, by the way, look at this 15-minute candle. Look at how engulfing it is. Look how powerful and big this one candle is. You don't even have a size of this type of candle anywhere on this chart except for that candle. You see that? Look how big that is. So this is also letting you know that, okay, this is the support. We're moving up. That logic was based off of this candle right here. So that's, you see it's closed now, and I'm just retracing back for a simple sell. That's all I was doing here. And then buying it. Again, I'm expecting to this be the higher low because we have a new high here and we have a higher low here considered to that one. So that being the case, I'm pushing up and I'm using this inversion imbalance so we can climb up and keep going, right? So as you see, we get that inversion, we get that gap, or we get this regular imbalance right here, bullish imbalance right here, and then I'm holding. So we get up and you can see we're bouncing around in here. We get to this liquidity here. My goal for this trade, now I normally don't buy right here, but I knew what was going on and I needed to be more careful. So I took this trade this way because it broke above. This is your basic support resistance ideas. And then targeting the liquidity here and plus the midnight open with that half standard deviation. This price is what I'm looking for. You see it take the trade out right there, and it's on the overbought. Fucking gorgeous, right? And what did we end up doing? We ended up pushing obviously way more than that. But you can see, let me zoom out a little bit. Damn, another final push right there. Look at that. So what was I gonna say? So and then we now just started liquidating that pool. So if you remember on Friday, we had these nice lower highs being formed here. Sure enough, they used that today to get to the final target there to wipe that out. But again, I didn't want to have to try to be right so much. So that's why I knew we would go above this previous week gap here with that pool from there to there. Plus we had that one standard deviation right there. I knew we would go there, right? But I took the profit out right here. Why'd I take that out? Because I don't need to be right. I don't need to wait for it to tap here. I don't need for it to come and tap. I don't need for it to come and tap that one standard. I don't need to come in. I mean, I know it's coming there. I don't need to find out. I'm already in profit. It's a great trade that I took, and take the fucking profit. I'm trying to tell you, like when I took this trade, I was pissed off at myself. I let the thing go this high. I was up in profit like, oh man, I can't even remember. Shit was like, I don't know. It was at least like 5,000 right here. And I didn't even take the profit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so stupid. But I was married to, when you get that tunnel vision and shit happens, right? But 18 minutes. So just to go over this real quick as well. With that higher low right there, that's how at first I was just going to take that buy when it was in here, when it retraced back into this down candle. It's about a little lower than 50%, right? But we had a higher low here and we had lower lows here, right? So I was like, oh shit, here comes the buy again. This is actually another entry for Nas specifically at this point. And I decided to wait. I decided to let it go above and then retrace back, and I caught this trade right here. And this is a 5-minute chart Then we sealed that 5-minute imbalance with these down candles. That's how I got in. This is my trade was a refined area. This area right here. So this is that there's a 5-minute imbalance here. I was just showing you, but I refined it to a 1 minute, and then you got these down candles here. If you take a look here, you'll see that area right here. See that? See that? There's an imbalance right here. And then we tapped right in it, and then I was using that as support. So this is where I got the entry. Now, could have I gotten here? Yes, but the reason why I didn't feel comfortable was not only because I took all the losses, but because as you see how low S&P was, and you could see how low Dow is. So I'm like, you never know. Nasma tried to catch up, right? But my bias was still correct. I'd waited, and I decided to get on this trade and take it up to where we came. So anyways, you got a lower high here. That was a nice divergence pushing us down. And then the sell that I took, that was to retrace back into all that buying momentum. I had higher highs here, and then we had lower highs on S&P and Dow, and that's what made me take that sell, by the way, into here. But to keep it simple, it's now that you have the whole screen here, sell, buy. All right, so this is the fake swing down. All right, sell, buy. The opens here. This is the wick. Underneath this level is the wick, right? Anything above it is the body. So if you're looking for a bullish week, you expect the wick to form of the week. All right, then it was just like the same thing last week, really. But anyways, so in this we had sell, buy, sell. In this little price action, we also had sell, buy, sell, right there. We had 6 moves. I mean, we had more than that, but we had 6 big moves. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that, 6. Then it's consolidating, whatever. That could be 7. I'm not even going to count it. Here, this is 7, push up. Retrace back. 8, push up. 9, retrace back. 10, push up. 11, fuck. So many moves, right? But you only need one of them. And you only need one of them. I was looking for 3 good trades, generally speaking. But to make the video short, to be done, but you had sell, buy, sell. Then buy, sell, buy. So I was successful in this buy, sell, buy. So yeah, beautiful, man. And I think I'm missing something. Then dollar is pretty wild, but dollar decided to gap down, and they came all the way back to this daily imbalance right here that we had highlighted last week. Look at that, to the head right there. See that? So they came all the way back down, bounced off of that, and then wicked all the way back up. Look at that. So they pushed up, retraced back, bounced off of it again, and then now they're here. So was it really helpful? Not really in the direction. It was very, very confusing. So markets, the dollar is a little mixed. Not really using it, to be honest, too much. But other than that, Nvidia also, remember we were saying this was suspect. They did push down. They left that liquidity there, and then they pushed back up right to pretty much an equilibrium again. So, but I'm expecting for this new quarter, I'm expecting bullish price activity. So, I mean, we're aiming for these highs right here. So there's no question about that. No question about that, buddy. All right, yeah, we're still following this protocol that I told people on the 22nd of June. All right, so you guys take care and God bless.